Your favorite minor league second baseman is back in Chacha Vauzz, currently with the Memphis Redbirds and doing pretty well since his call-up. After 100 bats at AAA, he has 39 hits, 5 home runs, 29 RBIs, a walk, 11 stolen bases, batting .390, .402 on base percentage, slugging .670, OPS is over 1, and so is his WAR. But despite that success and Nolan Gorman currently being on IL, St. Louis decided that they would call up 2 lower overall players over Chacha Vauzz, and he's not feeling that. So as we get stuck into a 6-game series against the Knights, Chacha wants to show his anger while also trying to elevate the Redbirds out of the bottom here of the International League West. So as we head on out to Charlotte, facing a team with the same record, we will have that opportunity to try to climb with a team not in our own division. But first up, we've got the field with Tekoa Roby on the mound. No one out, no one on. Chacha will cut this one off in the gap. Look to make the throw and start off our day with a good out. Well, from there, we'll turn our attention then to the plate. Top of the second, we lead off. Facing Schultz, his 11th pitch. Chacha Vauzz has smashed a lot of singles of late. He'll get behind that one, sending it foul. This time, though, he puts it in a good spot down in shallow center. Chacha Vauzz starting off our day with an out made in the field and a solid base hit. And of course, we know if he gets on first, he's gonna be looking towards second. Chandler Redmond batting behind, .254 average, and they're trying to pick off Chacha. He's back in time. A lot of pitchers used to be able to get him, but not so much anymore. Chacha takes that extra step, and now he's going as this ball is in play. Down in left, Chacha slides in safely at third. Well, sometimes that aggressive base running can cost the Redbirds. Redmond likes it as he moves him 90 feet away. Chris Rotundo trying to bring us home with a 3-2 count here on Schultz. This one is in play and through. It will be another ribby as we take the lead for Chris Rotundo. He and Redmond probably have to be our closest friends on this team, constantly batting each other around. But we'll shift our focus to the bottom of the third where the Knights have answered, tying the game. 2 on, 2 outs as Nick Matten is up to bat. We're just looking for an out here at first or second. Hit over to Chacha, left side. He will burst over a quick step and make a simple throw to end that third. The game will stay deadlocked as we move forward. Now top of the fourth, Chacha back up to bat, .396 with that base hit earlier in the game. One more way, might be back above the 400 average. Schultz in, and he leaves one high, but on the outside, 79 changeup will get Chacha soft contact to third. Well, you can't mash every time. Top of the sixth, we'll have another opportunity. Average drops just slightly. Chance at a ribby, though. Schultz, pitch number 86 for him. We're trying to get him out of this game. He leaves one hanging again for Chacha, but left fielder will come over and record that out. He gets out of a jam that, honestly, we should have made him pay for. The bottom of the sixth, now Tekoa Roby in a bad spot as well. 0-2 count on DJ Gladney. Well, he's got a man on the corners. We've got to turn a double play here. Might even have to look towards home. But that's going to be played instead over towards short. We'll look for the double here. Chacha will record that second, but a man does score, giving the Knights the lead. So for now, Gladney does his job as we've got a dynamic challenge then. Top of the eighth, stepping up to bat with a .388 average, just dropped below. And we're looking for the tying run here, though I wouldn't be against bringing them both home and taking that lead. Owen White on the mound now for Chacha Vauzz. And he will not sneak that one by the first baseman. Some more soft contact nearly got it by. And as we jump to top of the ninth, Knights do tack on some insurance up to as Zach Levinson might be our final out. Tyler Gilbert looking to put him away. This one will be a chopper towards short with a sliding grab. Not in time. The tying run will step up to the plate. We've got to rely on Leonardo Bernal, our eighth bat, with a 1-0 count, 2 outs. This one a nice sharp hit, but getting in front of it is the second baseman to end the game. Knights start off this series with a 3-1 win. Chacha, just the one hit, very close to a couple more. We've seen him record a lot of 250 days over the last 10. As we get game 2 underway, we'd love a hit here. Continue that hitting streak. Drive in all. That's what I'm feeling like here. Man on the corners, 1 out. Just avoid the double play at the most here. Ty Bush, the pitcher. And he leaves another one for Chacha, who will drive it down the third base line. He will not bring home the 26 speed from first, but we do take the lead on a double by Chacha Vauzz. Might not have completed the challenge, but still a good at-bat for Vauzz. No stealing opportunity here. Redmond, we need a good hit into the outfield. As this one is popped up, gonna go deep left field. And over. That is a 2-run home run. Redmond crushes behind Chacha Vauzz. We take an early 3-0 lead here in Charlotte. And while for the most part it seems like the team has taken a good step forward since Chacha has joined, we still have a long way to go, but a 5-0 lead, top of the second with 2 on. And Chacha tried to turn on another one. Behind the 83 slider, we contact, no one will advance. Those are the opportunities we've missed the last handful of games. Got to get back on top of those. That's why we were batting above 400. Still with that 5-0 lead here, as we have Toyota on the mound. Hard hit ball over to Chacha. He'll cut that one off and look to make another clean throw a little bit high. Ultimately, gets the job done. Another RBI opportunity here for Chacha Vauzz, looking for a multi-hit game. We've got speed on first and a new pitcher already in the game. 2 outs, though. And he left a meatball down the middle. Chacha with good timing, but he's got weak contact on it. Flies out left center. More and more opportunities we are not taking advantage of. We'll look to the field here. Once again, trying to get a double play with a man on first. It's an 0-1 count. Nobody out. Another sharp hit ball. This one over towards third. Chacha covers, looks for the throw, and has him in time. While the double plays were slow at the start of the career, they're picking up here. Now we just need to pick up a couple hits a game. Continue to see that average rise, now dropping closer to 380. Still really good average. Waits on that one, 94 high. He'll look to go to second, but standing at the foul line and making the out is the left fielder. A little bit more pop this time, but not exactly good placement. Knights do get one back here come bottom of the ninth as Michael Turner steps up to bat. 3-2 count, 2 outs, 1 on first. We're trying to end this game and tie up this series. Michael Gomez looking for the save. Runner goes early as that one will be hit hard over to Chacha. Takes a few steps over and will record the final out of the game. 1-1 this series goes after a 5-1 win and another single base hit for Chacha Vauzz. Slowly turning into the king of the 250. Game 3 underway here, leading off the top of the second. Chacha, a little bit late, contact not too good. Will be another fly out left center. While the hitting hasn't been perfect today, so far the fielding has. Knock on wood, cross your fingers, as McGreevy is in a tough spot here. Man on the corners, nobody out. Either look for the double play here, perhaps the play made at home. with a hard hit ball. Chacha will look to turn 2 here, or thinking a little bit too much. Apparently we did not knock on wood or cross our fingers. It's a E4 as a man scores on Chacha. Not going to be making friends with McGreevy. We keep doing that. Knights tack on 2 more. Top of the 4th. It is a 3-0 game. Chacha looking for his first hit of the game. Another one left over. Chacha will get that one to fall deep in the outfield. He's going to look to turn this into a triple, or he's going to look to cut back towards second. Sliding, he will be out. That would at least count as a double, so the hit streak will stay intact. And Memphis does get 1 run come bottom of the 5th, but he should have just stayed on second. Little head out in the clouds action for Chacha as he'll drive in and try to correct his mistakes the last 2 showings. Clean throw to the glove. As we end the 5th, we still have work to do. And top of the 6th, an opportunity would arise here for Chacha Vauzz. Can he get on top of these ones? He's missed a few of them of late. Missing the slider. And there's a sharp hit ball speared by the 3rd baseman. Another opportunity goes to the wayside for Chacha Vauzz. Someone else will have to drive home the pair. Or top of the 8th, no one will, and now we're running out of opportunities. With 1 on, 1 out. Have to avoid the double play here. The speed not there in front of Chacha. But this one, okay contact, will only be a few steps for the center fielder to glove it. We'll go to bottom of the 8th then for Chacha Vauzz. Knights still lead 3-2. Zach DeLoach is trying to give them a little bit more insurance here late. Chacha, he's trying to get over. Looks like that one might just sneak by the glove. He blocks it. Not gonna quite get it in time. No, just a little bit late. They do mark that a base hit, not an error. And top of the 9th, we're running out of opportunities then. It's Pacheco up to bat with an 0-2 count, 2 outs. This one is going to take a nice little fly in, droop down. Runners looking to head home. Cutoff will not get there in time. We are within 1. Chacha moves up to be on deck, and in fact, he's going to move up to the batter's box, top of the 9th. With 2 on. We've got to drive home at least 1 here. This is the opportunity we've been looking for here, Chacha. And he pops up another key opportunity. So many of these over the last 10 games. That will be the final out as Chacha is unable to get behind that pitch and drive home the run. I'm sure some people starting to wonder if that clutch ability is faltering here of Chacha. Though he's going to start this game off with a nice hit, top of the 2nd, leading off. He'll get on. When there's no one on of late, that seems to be when he's hitting his best. While we've been working on the contact and the plate vision, perhaps we need to work a little bit more on that clutch ability. As Smith is trying to pick him off, Chacha slides back in safely. Of course, we always know what Chacha will look to do right after that. He takes that extra step. Smith, he looks to pitch. Chacha goes with that pitch high. Sliding in, he will steal that second base. Giving him number 12 during his time here with Memphis. Not looking to steal here as that one looks like it should be blocked. Chacha will get back over to second. Probably would have been a pretty good pitch to try to steal on anyway. Takes that extra step this time. He's looking for third. As that one is in play, down in center, Chacha will run on home. Memphis with another early lead. This time, can they hold on? And honestly, it's Redmond and Redondo that have turned into the clutch players on this team as they once again bat us home. Brian Ramos, he's up to bat though for the Knights. With 1 on himself, we're looking for a double play, bottom of the 2nd. Recefo getting the start on the mound in this one. As he delivers a hittable pitch, Chacha will look to have to make a tough Double play, gets the man at second, but will not be in time for the 2. But it does get the lead runner and keeps runs off the board. Come top of the 4th, we've added on one. But now we have one on for Chacha. This is where his batting has plummeted. He'll take that pitch. 0-1, clipping the outside. Not going to let that one clip the outside. Third base does block it, but not able to glove it. Chacha will run it out. Runner from second, though, does not advance. So no stealing opportunity, but for Chris Rotundo, who's seen his RBIs skyrocket ever since Chacha has joined, he'll have that opportunity. Batting .270. And will be a nice hit ball into left. Chacha will stay here at second. And the 26 speed does get home. It's Rotundo with another ribby and Redmond stepping in, so they just flopped who was hitting behind Chacha and then to follow. Vauzz with an extra step here. He's looking for third as this one is going to be popped up. And it looks like getting under it will be the left fielder. Chacha is back in time. Then to Zach Levinson, who we really haven't seen much of, batting .263. Vauzz with that extra step. Will he look for third again? Smith checks. Vauzz goes. This one will be hit hard by the first baseman. Vauzz rounds third, and he will dig home as the runner behind slides into third. Some sharp hitting down in the order, but some points have shown up in a massive way come top of the 5th. 5-3. Still holding the lead, and Chacha swinging at the high fastball. And then a sharp hit to follow. Once again, Chacha, he does well when no one is in front of him. But he'll get on for Chris Rotundo, who's already 2 for 2 today. 2 singles. Chacha not looking like he's going to get that extra step. This one will be bounced off the plate, blocked by the catcher. Chacha stays at first. And then following that, he will take his extra step here. Looking for another stolen bag. Chacha goes as this one is in play. Will take away the double or the play at second. But with 2 outs, the play is in time for first. Chacha gets stranded as we move through the mid-5th. Jumping even more forward then to top of the 7th. 1 on, still a 2-run game. Gonzalez in as the runner goes. Chacha looks to protect. Looks to be a high flyer that will slowly fall into shallow center field. This time, Chacha leaves the runner stranded. And we move to bottom of the 7th with a tying run on first for Nick Matten. Riley O'Brien trying to get out of a tough spot here. A double play could go a long way. 0-1 count. Gonna be hit over towards second. Short with a toss to Chacha, and then Chacha will make the throw over towards first. Runner advances to third. And that leaves the game up to Ryan Burrows. Bottom of the 9th, Nick Anderson trying to put this game away. With a 1-1 count, we've got 2 outs. And this one will be hit into shallow right field. Chacha couldn't quite cut that one off. Tying run steps up to the plate as we're fumbling around here with the ball. And in fact, we won't even get to see it, but they would tie the game. Of course they would. So to top of the 10th then. The runner at second. Chacha takes the cutter high outside. And there's a big swing from Chacha that apparently isn't as big as it sounded. That'll be a fly out slightly left center field. Quick out there on Chacha Vauzz, who thought he might have had a big hit to drive home at least one. Bottom of the 10th, we want to make sure we see a top of the 11th, then 7-7 as Michael Turner steps up to the plate. Just 1 out. That one will be hit sharply foul. We'll jump forward from there as apparently he would record an out. Zach DeLoach now with that runner on second. 2 outs. It's a 2-1 count. Looking for an out here at first. Mike Burrows with the pitch. Will be popped up. Okay, sure. Let's look back over at the pitcher as that ball is flying out to center. Now we just got to make sure we really make the play here Bottom of the 11th. Bases loaded. What are you doing, Mike Burrows? As that one is flying deep right field. It will bounce off the wall. A runner will score, and the Knights take the game. I'm pretty sure we were up by 2 there late on. Still wasn't good enough. We end up losing that game. The Knights take a 3-1 series lead. Which means we need to win out. Of course, it's the late inning, the show shenanigans that ruins Chacha Vauzz's best bat of this series so far. Top of the first, let's have a better game this go around, cracking that one almost into the pitcher's head. Perfect hit. The just will be a single. Chacha Vauzz putting 2 on, top of the first. That was a 102 exit velo as well, straight back to the pitcher. Braden Yobert now batting behind Chacha in that 5th spot, so shaking up the order. And he goes golfing for this one. And caught shallow left field. Stranding 2. So at least we're not the only one missing some primetime opportunities. Bottom of the 2nd we go as Jose Devers steps up to bat, facing Munoz. We're ahead with an 0-1 count, 1 out, looking to turn a double play with a man on first. Hit over towards Chacha. He will drive in on this one. Look to make the quick flip to 2nd in time, but not in time for first. We get the lead runner. And now we'll have the runner on 2nd. Top of the 3rd, Chacha Vauzz stepping up to bat here. 1 for 1, batting .387. Can we get back above .390? Waiting on that one, a little bit late, but good timing. Going back and into the glove of the center fielder, but the 26 speed will advance to 3rd. And perhaps we got him 90 feet away to tack on one of these 2 runs. 4-0 now, bottom of the 3rd. Michael Turner, he's up to bat. Munoz, only 22 pitches, a pretty good start for him with 1 out here. 1-2 count, looking for the simple play made to first. As Chacha will cut that one off a little bit to his right and make a clean throw to first. And a dynamic challenge coming after that. With guys on the corner, 1 out, Chacha Vauzz batting .383. Drive in all base runners. We're looking for a good swing here because that 26 speed is a liability at first. New pitcher in the game, top of the 4th. Chacha waits on it. Stay fair. No. Off the wall. Just underneath the right field foul pole. So 0-1 count then. Chacha back to home. And the changeup nearly gets him. Gets a piece of it. And he lays down the bunt that goes foul. Chacha is retired as he tried to squeeze home the run from 3rd. Those bunts have rarely gone our way. Bottom of the 5th here, still up 4 with a runner on. Going to be hit sharply over to Chacha. Again, we'll look to make that quick flip to 2nd. But again, not in time to turn that double play. We're facing a little bit more speed here in the Charlotte Knights. Right now, we have that 4-0 lead intact. 1 for 3 today with a single. Had that unfortunate roll foul last time. Man on first, again with a lack of speed. And a dribbler from Chacha, but he will get it through the infield. Runner advances to 2nd, putting 2 on here with just 1 out. Not his best piece of hitting, but it'll work out. As Yobert 0 for 2 today, batting .284. We need a solid hit from him if we're going to find anywhere close to home. And it'll be another little soft hit against the 2nd baseman. He makes the play at first. Runners do advance to 2nd and 3rd. That puts some extra insurance within 180 feet for Chris Davis. 90 for the 28 speed now? No, 28 stealing, 26 speed. That one is chopped straight to the first baseman. It'll be no extra runs. Stranding 2, keeping us up just by 4 here, mid-7. We all know how untrustworthy that is here in the show. Bottom of the 7th, Tim Elko stepping up to bat. 2 for 9 in the series. Munoz still going here. 2-2 count against the leadoff batter. Pitch number 76 as we'll look to make a play towards first base. With a sharp hit ball, Chacha will step up to it. Clean glove and looks for the even cleaner throw. We did our job in the field. Now we might need to do our job here in the ninth. Leading off, looking for a bit more insurance because we always know that we need it. How about we get on base? Let Chacha's legs do the rest and potentially a little bit of some bats behind him. Elliott, the pitcher, gives Chacha one to drop right in front of the left fielder. He will be just a base hit here for Chacha Vauzz. That's all they were asking for, and it puts a man on for Yobert, who's still looking for his first hit, but no one out. Chacha takes that extra step. They're looking to get him again, sliding in safely. Third time was not the charm today for the Knights. Chacha again with that extra step. And he will go as that one takes a nice hit into left field, but coming over to collect. Chacha will have to trot on back to first. Trying to make sure we don't create double plays where there shouldn't be. Chase Davis also 0 on the day as Chacha takes that extra step. Trying to get out of a double play situation. He is gone as that one is in play. He will take it away. Chacha, where are you going? Where are you going? Thank you. Stay on second. That's what we like to see. What we would like to see even more is a hit here from Zach Levinson. 2 outs, 3-2 count. Chacha with that extra step because he is running home at this pitch. Taking his way towards third and sliding in. It was a walk. Chacha, though, does take the base. So that leaves this extra run then up to Bernal. Batting eighth, 1 for 3 on the day. A 2 RBI single in the third. Chacha with an extra step, because why not? 3-2 count. We go at the pitch, and that one will fly shallow right field. All of that to not tack on an extra run. Now the show, don't do it here to Chacha Vauzz. We should be looking at a win. Mid-ninth, we are up by 4. And bottom of the ninth, no one out, 1 on. We're coming on out to watch Nick Matton hopefully send us a double play ball. Michael Gomez looking for the save. And the pitch is in. Will be hit sharply over to Chacha. We've struggled to get the double play. We get it 1. We get 1. They're going to say Matton legs it out. I don't know about that. Close call. And as Corey Lee steps up to bat, he represents not exactly the tying run, but they do have 2 on now to put them within 1 with a big hit. But this one will look to go to right field, trailing back and securing the dub. 4-0 it remains as the Redbirds do pick up the win. We'll look to tie this series then in the series finale following a multi-hit game from Chacha Vauzz. And just as we started this series, we are starting the final game batting .390, but we need the win if we want to make sure that we keep these records level between the two. Chacha Vauzz stepping up to bat, and it is top of the first, 2 out, no one on. We face Noah Schultz yet again. Chacha, he tried to turn on the slider, bottom third, sends it foul. And not gonna quite get the same kind of contact on this one. Good timing, but the contact a little bit weak. Flies out left center. And a dynamic challenge then. Can we improve the contact? As it's top of the 4th, no one has crossed home plate, but no one's on for Chacha. We're gonna take the first pitch and reach base as we haven't got much more than singles in this series. Trying to make sure we provide a little something here in the 4th. And it'll be with a 0-1 count that we really get this at-bat going. Schultz pitch number 29 here in the 4th. He's doing pretty well as Chacha fouls off that 92 fastball. And then he thought about bunting. It looked like he tried to pull it back, but it will technically be another swinging strikeout for Chacha Vauzz. Schultz has had his number in this one. But jumping forward, Schultz not in the game as we have a 2-run lead with a man on. And a tapper, essentially a bunt here from Chacha that he will leg out. That puts 2 on. We've had some very weak singles in this game, or in this series. As long as we get on, we'll take it. That keeps the hitting streak going. With a little bit more speed in front of Chacha here. Redmond 1 for 1 on the day. As that one is in play, but will go straight to the right fielder. No runners advance, though we might have been able to with a bad throw. We'll leave it up to Braden Yobert then with a 3-0 count. He's 0 for 2 today. Runners still on first and second as Eisert looks to find a strike. Or loading the bases on 4 straight pitches. With 2 outs, just got to avoid a double play and you will find yourself another run. Chase Davis, how does a ribby or more sound? Pitch number 13 for Eisert. 1-2 count, and that one does not droop down or get by the third baseman. 2 outs, 3 on. Jimmy Crooks, 2 RBIs this series. He could double that here with a nice single into the outfield. As Eisert trying to get out of that tough spot he put himself in. This one is in play, but it is caught once again by the third baseman, stranding 3. It will just remain a 2-run game. We'll look to once again keep it as such. Bottom of the 6th to Kowarobi still going here. As we are facing Nick yet again, so it's the same as Willie last episode. We're seeing a lot of this guy. Not getting him out as often, though. He's got a little bit more speed. This time not looking for the double play, though. Chacha will be well ahead of Matten. And a dynamic challenge here. Do not tell me this game's tied. All right, it's top of the 8th then, as we look to lead off against Allard, who they brought in specifically to face Chacha Vauzz. I don't know. I'm feeling like we haven't had much power today. Is it time? Let's find out. That's not really the power we're looking for. Luckily, it is foul, but it was a slider at 85. And he swings through the circle change just off the plate. Ellard will win that battle against Chacha Vauzz, and we'll send this one to bottom of the 8th then. Once again, it's Nick. He represents the tying run as John King has stepped up to the mound. We're looking to turn a double play to send this thing to the 9th. A dribbler it will be. Chacha will get the lead. And we do finally get that double play. Realizing I jinxed ourselves earlier talking about how we've struggled to turn those at the earlier part, but they're coming a lot more easier. Well, it became a lot harder in this series, but we do finally get one. And you've got to be kidding me. Bases loaded. Nick Anderson, you better throw a strike right here or give up some soft contact for a simple play over to first. Instead, this one will be over towards short, and we will get the out at second. You didn't do it to me this time, the show, but you sure did make me think you were about to. A grand slam to walk it off, it would not be. We split the series with a 2-0 win in the final game as we head to our one-off day and get stuck back into the top of a new one. But before we get into that series, our clutch wasn't really clutching these last couple games. So we're going to put all 16 of our points into clutch, and hopefully, like the namesake, we'll become clutch again. So home we go to the porch, facing the Stripers yet again. They are still top of our division, so picking up a series win here could be massive. But we are starting in the field as Luke Waddle has a man on facing Toedo. Now, no one has corrected me on any pronunciation, so I'm just going to assume I am saying these correctly, though that's probably not the case. As this will be a chopper over to Chacha, who will get the tag, look to make the throw, and he will get it done all by himself with the mitt of the first baseman. We've tried that a few times. Hasn't always panned out, but we do get it. And we'll step up to the batter's box here, bottom of the 2nd, as Waldrop is the pitcher. We lead off. Chacha. He liked the 84 slider, but fouls it off. And he liked that one too, blooping it over the third baseman and down in left field. Bad throw. Chacha could have tried to leg out a double. But we won't get too greedy. We'll take the single as we've done over and over again, I feel like, today. Haven't really seen much of that extra base work from Chacha, but we're seeing a lot more from the legs. As he'll look to take the extra base here. That ball is in the dirt. Chacha will still get that jersey dirty, though. One away from that 15 mark. And potentially he could look to go for it here. But we'll wait. As that one is in play, Chacha dancing around. He's doing the Chacha. I mean, it's quite literally his name. Out at first. Or at least over by it. First baseman records the out. Chris Rotundo stepping up to bat now. As Vauzz does get the extra step this time. Looking to get 90 feet away. As that ball is hit hard over towards first. As they will get the out at first, but Chacha will run on home. Recording the first run of this game. And even Cooper, the first baseman, knew that he couldn't throw out Chacha. But the Stripers show up in the third, maybe even top of the fourth. They've taken the lead here, so it's not much of a long celebration. So we're just going to, with no one on, take the first pitch, try to get on base. 2 outs as Waldrep throws, just clipping the strike zone. And there's a nice hit ball right through the gap of first and second. Chacha with another base hit, and they're also fumbling on those short throws to second. But Chacha just keeps on ripping those singles. Chandler Redmond, we'll try to get into scoring range for you as Chacha gets that extra step yet again. Now he's looking for second. And it will be a walk instead, so Chacha doesn't have to run. He could trot on over as we now have 2 on. Chris Rotundo steps up. He had the ground out that scored Chacha last time. 180 feet away. Chacha doesn't get any extra steps here. But that one will be cracked. Into the outfield, Chacha's digging for home and will slide in before the catcher can get back. We've got another tied game here as Chacha scores. That should just keep on boosting the friendship or the relationship between Rotundo and ourselves. For the Stripers, they've been a problem. Brian De La Cruz is up to bat as they've already tied this game up 3-3. Top of the fifth, man on second, 2 outs. That one will be hit over to Chacha, who will take a few steps in and look to complete the top of the fifth. But can we find a lead and maintain that lead? Chacha 2 singles in this game. Waldrep, he's trying to get an out on him. His pitch number 82. Chacha takes the 95, bottom third. And then he swings through the 85 splitter. He might have just been a little bit ahead of that one, but not by much. And now the Stripers take the lead. Come top of the 7th, Garrett Cooper stepping up to bat. We scored on him earlier. Let's return the favor by getting him out at first. With no one out, 1-2 count. Gomez has checked in. Will be hit to the left here of Chacha. He'll cut it off and take his time to make that throw. Recording the out, first of the 7th. And now a dynamic challenge here for Chacha. With 2 on, bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Paredes is on the mound. Chacha, we're feeling like we got to drive in all these runs here. 26 speed, though, at first. That is killing us. Let's see what we get here in a heavy rain game. It just keeps on happening. Pop-up Chacha Vauzz. Someone else will have to try to drive him home because we didn't get that ball more than 10 feet away from the plate. And in fact, no one would drive them home in the 8th. Top of the 9th, trying to keep this a 1-run game. Nick Allen, 1 for 3. Roycroft on the mound. We're just looking for a simple out to first. Just hooking up with our buddy Redmond. Over and over again as Chacha, once again, cutting that ball off. Not going to take that for granted. And makes, you guessed it, a clean throw. And in game number 1 of the series, it'll come down to Jimmy Crooks. With no one on, Buck Farmer trying to sit him down. 1-2 count. And Crook's in play, too short. And the throw is in time. Stripers, they battled back everything we had for them in this game. We would take a 1-run lead. They'd tie it up. We eventually did not find that run, and well, they took it and did not look back. 4-3, we start the series with a loss. Chacha Vauzz, though, a 500 day at the plate, and the average really hasn't moved much throughout this last series and a game. Look to hopefully get that back above, though, 390, batting 389. But starting in the field, first batter of the game, David Fletcher. It's McGreevy starting on the mound, and we're looking to make a simple play at first, a clean play, if you will. Hit over towards Chacha, he'll take the few steps in, and he will look to make that a green reticle, recording the out. That's what we like to see. Now, to the batter's box we go, leading off the bottom of the second. But OPS is still looking pretty good. No one on for Chacha, as we talked about leading off here. Take that pitch. Pretty favorable call, though, for Chacha. They say ball. And running the count, full goes Chacha. 3-2 in the payoff pitch here. Is gonna be another pop. This time a slight fly. Very shallow, nearly not getting there in time. The second baseman, that would have been on you if he didn't get that catch. But we'll have a dynamic challenge coming off of it then, as we're now bottom of the fourth, so this game moving a little bit faster. Again, no one on here for Chacha. 2 outs. Take the first pitch and reach. Why not? Smith Shaver. He got a little lucky last time. 3-2 count. We flew that one out. And he gives us a 94 fastball down the middle. All right, I see how it is then. Now we're free to swing. Green light for Chacha Vauzz. And he's got a little piece of it, but it will fly to Brian De La Cruz out in left. Now Chacha, he's got to make sure he gets at least a hit in this game. Don't want to break the streak we're building. Garrett Cooper, though, I would love to continue keeping him 0-for in this game, as they've got 1 on, 1 out. We're looking for a double play. McGreevy gives up a hard hit one right to Chacha, who forgets what he's doing, but he's still going to make the throw in time and re-record the double play. There must have been a dog barking or something out in center field. But now we need a hit, and we've got some runs on the board. Bottom of the 6th, it's a 3-2 ball game. 1 on here for Chacha as Dykeman has taken the mound. 0-for-2 today. And he'll take that fastball outside. The sidearm delivery now for Chacha. He's only seen this against Dykeman, and I don't believe he has a hit on him yet, especially when we're swinging at circle changes that are down in the dirt. Left that one down the middle, but late on it. This will be another fly out to right field this time. Chacha 0-for-3 on the day. We definitely don't like to see that, but we do like to see that the lead has increased. 4-2, top of the 7th, Brian De La Cruz. He represents the go-ahead run with a man here on second and third. 2 outs, we just need the out at first. It's Gomez who's checked in, and he'll give up a sharp hit ball that will get through the infield. Chacha not able to cut that one off. One will score, and the second will come around. Brian De La Cruz ties this game. That is not an error for Chacha Vauzz, just simply wasn't able to make the big play. Bottom of the 7th, though, the dynamic challenge to try to make up for it, as we've got a man 90 feet away. Drive ahead the go-ahead run and reclaim our lead. Shreve the pitcher here. Stripers are getting a pretty good rotation in. Chacha tries to turn on another off speed. And this time, we will come up clutch. We drive home the runner as we smash another single right through the infield. Chacha keeps that hitting streak alive. And Memphis takes the lead. Chandler Redmond now batting behind Chacha. Bottom of the 7th here, I would like a little bit more insurance. So we're going to take that extra step. Shreve is looking for Chacha. That was one heck of a pickoff attempt. And we are definitely in a pickle here. Chacha going back and forth until he's tagged just above that tailbone. Wow, what a great... I can't even be upset. It looked like he was throwing home. Great motion. Now we just got to hope that we record this last out here in the 9th so that doesn't come back to bite us. Charles LeBlanc with a 3-2 count. Anderson looking for the out. That one is hit over towards short, and he will make the throw. Redbirds, we take game number 2, 1-1, as we head into the final game of this episode after a one-hit day from Chacha Vauzz. We will start out in the field. Top of the first, and the Stripers already have a tough situation mounting on Gordon Graceffo. 2 on, 0-2 count though. We could really use with an out at either first, second, or at the plate. Graceffo with the pitch. Will be a soft hit ball over towards Chacha. Look to make the play this time as he cuts it off. Throwing to Redmond. We end the top of the first. And a dynamic challenge to follow up. Chacha Vauzz with a man on second. Bottom of the first. We're going to try to bring him home. A single should do it with 74 speed. Darius Vines, the pitcher. Chacha fouls off the 91 fastball just inside the zone. And then gives this one a ride. Center fielder, though, will cut it off. A little bit more power than what we've seen for honestly the last about 2 weeks here for Chacha Vauzz, but it will be an out, keeping this game tied up at 0. So to top of the second we go. A lot more action in this one as Milligan is stepping into the batter's box, batting .455. 5 ribbies for him. I wonder how long he's been here. Does have a man on first, and we're going to look to get them both out for Graceffo with a 2-2 count. Going to be hit over towards short. Chacha will cover the bag. Throw gets there just in time, but it will just be the lead runner. Milligan with the fielder's choice. And another dynamic challenge here for Chacha Vauzz as now we're down by 3. This is why we got to stay on top of our game here against the Stripers. There's a reason they have 71 wins. You know what? I feel like we really need to crush a ball here. So lead off double or better against Vines. That could have been the pitch. We just haven't been able to turn on one. We take the 80 mile an hour 12-6. 0-1 to start off. And then a bit ahead of the circle change. Oh, and he gets him again with a bit of some off speed. Circle change records the strikeout. No double for Chacha Vauzz, but the Stripers do tack on 2. 5-0 top of the 6, 2 on for Luke Williams. Was not a good day for Graceffo. He exits the game as Gomez has already stepped in. Pitch number 24 for him. As that one will be a tapper over towards Chacha. Once again looking to make the out at first in time. Now we could really use with a hit. Man on first here for Chacha Vauzz. Bottom of the 6. 63 speed over there, so we could do a little bit of some damage here. As that one hopefully bloops. No. De La Cruz collects the out. He's been a tough guy to face. But we will quickly get back into this game and quickly get back up to bat. Bottom of the 7th now. It's 7-5. No one on this time for Chacha. He saw the fastball a little bit late. And then he swings through the high one. Those high fastballs, he just does not read very well. He sees them as meatballs. And that might have been his last chance for a hit here in this game. Especially with the fact that we're in bottom of the 9th. And we are down by 5. Isaac Pacheco, he bats 2 ahead of Chacha with 2 outs, 0-2 count for Paredes. Trying to end this game. That will do it. The hit streak for Chacha Vauzz comes to an end here as the Stripers once again take the lead in this series, 12-1, in our episode finale. We were doing pretty well at keeping that average steady until that last game, where I think we went 0 for 4 or 0 for 5, and that takes us from 390 down to 374. Still, by no means a bad average. On base percentage, 383. We're slugging just under 600, but we're mostly just getting singles as of late. WAR, though, is still sitting at a pretty good spot. And again, outside of that one last game, the last 10 looked pretty good here for Chacha Vauzz. 200 was our worst game, again, excluding the one that broke the streak. And as we do look to close out today, we have 8 points available to us. So let's go ahead and even out these contacts. We will tack one more on. Now, I do not have a box to open up like we typically do, so here's where we are already going to look to end things. As for an update as towards where we are, not much has changed. We're still second worst here in the West, and most likely that is going to remain the case. And with our level of play that's still been very solid, there's been no changes. It's still the lesser men, at least that's what Chacha feels, up at the majors right now, covering for Nolan Gorman, who honestly should be coming back probably pretty soon because I no longer see an injury located here on this screen. So I imagine he'll be back soon, but Chacha Vauzz, he still has that hit streak going. We're just waiting for that call up. To make sure you're here for when that happens, hit the bell icon in the bottom right or scroll down, hit the sub button and tap that bell icon. And if you really are enjoying this series, make sure you let Chacha know by smashing that thumbs up button as well. It does go a long way in helping YouTube realize that people are enjoying his series. As Chacha keeps crushing those singles, hopefully we do see the doubles return. As for return, we are starting a new season with the Jacksonville Jaguars tomorrow, coming off a Super Bowl win. We are also starting a new season with the Stanford Cardinal, after their second straight national championship. A big roster turnover. If you missed the offseason episode yesterday, it's a long one, a little over an hour, but a lot happened. And we're going to see a lot of new faces over there, and hopefully we'll see a little bit new faces soon here with Chacha Vauzz getting that call up. We'll see you around as Chacha Vauzz continues crushing those singles.